Afternoon all. Just having a cast on one of Scotland's finest salmon rivers. Just enjoying the sunshine for the last of it. You can't catch what's not there, so there's a few salmon up the river. It's a bit early, but they're here. It's very cold. It's not quite the brown trout season. Another week for that, but you do get some very big brown trout in this river. Estuary trout, slob trout we call them, that fly up and down. They get the best of both worlds. They get the natural feeding from the river, and they get all the morsels from the estuary, you know, the brackish water, the saltwater type food. So they can grow huge. And you get big sea trout, not to be mistaken. But you can't beat it. Wee bit of snow falling. Wee bit of snow falling. And it's like anything fishing, you know, you got to search them out, keep mobile, keep active. That's why I like the rivers. You don't really have time to freeze as such. Nice 10-foot spinning rod, Shimano reel, £50 braid, 3 foot of £20 fluorocarbon shock leader, and I'm using Flying Sea lures. So it's a basic setup, but it's all you would need. I could take apart any river in Scotland with this setup, and if there's fish there, I'll catch them, because I am the kingfisher. And it's just about learning where they lie up before they run. You know, they like a wee rest. Sometimes they charge right through. Depends on the levels really, but just now it's flowing good strong flow. However, there are many variables and there are many factors with fishing. It's not just a case of cast a lure in and you catch them. It doesn't really work like that, or everybody would be doing it. Hence it's called fishing and not catching. Because believe it or not, you have to put a bit of effort in, and there's nothing more moody than a silver tourist. Nothing more moody than a salmon. Very moody fish. A lot of misconceptions with them. Also a great deal of unknown about the salmon's life, the migratory salmon. They're incredible fish, the way their life cycle works. Absolutely incredible. And it's astonishing that some of them even survive, considering the pressure they're under, you know, from seals, otter, man, nets, pollution. Inshore fishermen with seine nets that aren't actually fishing for them, but they catch them as a bycatch, and by that time the damage is done. So migratory salmon and sea trout, to a lesser extent, are absolutely incredible. You know, incredible fish. But they're not always, you know, they don't give themselves up easy. And you can have the tendency to pick a pool because the pool looks good to the eye, you know, but the substructure of the pool, the solum of the pool doesn't really read well. There's no areas for them to sit in and lie in and rest, and although it looks good, fish move straight through it. They don't actually like it. So like angling lures and flies, what looks good to the angler can catch the angler. It doesn't necessarily catch the fish. So yet again, misconceptions. But while you're here, I'm not just observing for fish rolling. It's really, really cold. I did see one roll earlier, but I'm actually watching for bird life, you know, because I like to try and capture everything in the day. You get a lot of kingfisher, dipper, wagtails, you'll see buzzards, there's a chance at an eagle, you'll see peregrine falcons along here, I've seen them. There's all sorts, so it's always worth being observant and not just watching the tip of your rod. You know, the tip of your rod's not going to do anything. If a fish is going to slam you, especially with braided line, you feel it immediately. There's no stretch with the braid, so the return is instantaneous and immediate. You know, you set the hooks and you'll feel the drag, you'll feel the power of that fish immediately. Whereas if you get 50, 60 yards of nyling out, there's an element of stretch in it. And although it's good for, you know, playing fish and setting hooks and stuff, it's braid really puts the hooks in. You don't need to overcompensate with braid. They set themselves, zero stretch. Braid's an incredible, it's a Dyneema product, it's absolutely awesome stuff. I favour Power Pro, but I think all the brands today are as equally as good as the other. And to be honest, they're probably, if not made in the States, they're probably all made in some factory in China and just branded differently. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing just now, guys, because I just realised you're only looking at probably the feet of me there. So here you go, there's my view. You can see why. Beautiful sky, and as I look upstream, you know, look at it. Look at the clarity of that water. It's all sand here. It's all big rolling sandbars. Hence it's an incredible habitat for migratory fish, because the reds, the gravel reds are further up and they're abundant. Very productive river. So there we go, there's the view. And the view is worth, well, you know, I'm not complaining about the view. If I don't bump a fish today, that's no drama. Because I've got to enjoy that. And that's what it's all about for me. Because as I always tell you guys, this is pure medicine. Look at it, this is medicine. You can't bottle this, and nor can you, you know, put a price in it. You can, however, administer it. You can advise and suggest to people that they come out and do it and get among it and see it and experience it. And all it takes is effort, one foot in front of the other, and you're out here. Look at that. Cast all your bad thoughts and all your bad ill feeling into the water, and the river will take it away, and they'll never come back again, because that water never passes you again twice. You'll never see this again. So whatever you put in is gone for good. That's the way I like to see the river. It just carries all your badness away, all your memories. The river's amazing. The rivers are the veins of the earth. That's what they are. They're the lifeblood of the land. And this is an incredible bit of water. So there you go. What is not to like? Fab, eh? Well, I'm going to head on down river. There's another bit down there that I want to try just beyond. It's about 100 metres, that little bit that juts out. There's some slack water in behind it and I'd like to give it a go. You never know what's holding up in there. So let's go and find out, shall we? Again, you fall into the trap of standing and staring because it's so beautiful. And then the odd time a little kingfisher will zip right by. And all you see is a blue flash. It's like a little, you know, topaz kind of bright azure blue flash. You'll sometimes see a hint of red, but they're so quick. So you have to be watching for them because they are here. And thankfully, there's a good few of them. Oh well, there's a goosander up there working the margins. chasing the fry. Right guys, I'll leave you with that view, okay?